What's up, Star Wars fans? Today I got great predictions for episode 11 of The Bad Batch. I asked you, the community, what you thought was coming up in this episode, and as always, you delivered some awesome predictions. So let's get right into them. And first up here, we got Brick Studios 1, and they state, I think that Sid sends the Bad Batch on a mission, and the Bad Batch crosses paths with Crimson Dawn. And Milo Corgan says something similar on the community tab. He states on the community tab that episode 11's title is Devil's Deal, and he thinks Hondo or Maul could be involved in this episode. And hey, Brick Studios 1 and Milo Corgan, I think those are some great predictions. However, I think that the Devil's Deal is actually going to be with Sid. I know that's the less exciting prediction, but this entire relationship between the Bad Batch and Sid, it's been a Devil's Deal. So to me, that's definitely more likely, but it would be awesome to see Maul or Hondo in this episode. But getting back to the community tab for another comment, it's just Emily stated, next one's called Devil's Deal, so the Bad Batch may be working for a former enemy, maybe a separatist or spy. And certainly, Emily, that makes a lot of sense to me. We've seen that week to week this has been a very serialized story, so what if the Bad Batch were directly hired by the separatist senator we saw in the last episode? But that said, let's move on to another community tab comment from the Medieval Man 9. He states, I think a reckoning is coming for Sid. She's been set up as a heartless, callous, and completely mercenary-like individual. But as we're seeing, Omega is slowly chipping away at that, and Sid is genuinely starting to like her, which is when an old client, or someone Sid owes a favor to, arrives and demands Omega as payment. Sid is going to agree to the terms, but guilt and newly received conscience will compel her to try and go back on the deal. Only it won't work, and I think Sid will end up dying, and not before letting the Bad Batch know what happened and where Omega is being taken to, and that of course is Ryloth. And for those who don't know, episode 12 is titled Rescued on Ryloth. But that said, yeah, I really like this prediction, the Medieval Man 9. It would be cool to see Sid have some sort of reckoning. Wouldn't it be awesome if Sid actually became some sort of early player in the rebellion? I think that would be amazing, and hey, she did work with the Jedi after all. They must have seen something in Sid to actually put some trust in her, and I think, like you said, we could see that play out over the next few episodes. But now let's move on to the comment on the community tab with the most upvotes, again by Axe to the Max. He states, well, let's take a look at what happened so far. Most of the show has just been the Bad Batch trying to get used to raising Omega, and they've done a decent job so far. And with Hunter trusting Omega enough to make her a full part of the team, it's time the Bad Batch figures out exactly what they truly want, and what they truly want is to have their squad back up to full strength. There's a big hole in their squad because of Crosshair's absence, and with their newly found knowledge of how to remove the control chips, they will start to plan to get Crosshair back. And Axe to the Max, this makes a lot of sense to me. They've also cleared their debt with Sid, so it does seem like they can move on and start the next chapter of their story. And certainly at this point, it seems like it's way overdue for the Bad Batch to at least have a conversation about rescuing Crosshair. But that said, let's move on to one more comment from Judy. She states on the community tab, I'm hoping that we return to Kamino. Everyone says that we've seen all the scenes in the trailer, but I've found one that I haven't seen. There is a short scene with Tarkin where he says that he wants Clone Force 99 found and wiped out. I think he becomes aware that they showed up on Braca and helped the Senator escape from Raxus, and did it all with only stunning the fellow clones. He's going to want them eliminated. Since Crosshair is so injured, he might consider him no longer useful and wants to eliminate him too. Not sure, but maybe the Batch will need to buddy up with someone questionable to rescue Crosshair. If the Bad Batch gets some help from Sid perhaps and one of her other mercenaries, and then together they head off to rescue Crosshair, well, that would certainly make for an interesting episode. But hey, Star Wars fans, what do you think will be happening in episode 11? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks to all of you who commented on the community tab, and as always, I'm Mike, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.